Alright, welcome back to another Art of War 3 replay. I'm your host, JEONG SINAH, and today we're going to be doing a 1v1 battle. I'm going to be the blue Confederate player, and my opponent is going to be a rank 19 resistance player who is a medalist. So, we got an interesting battle lined up here. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we get a scout onto the red player's base. We can see red's got a pretty good base development going so far. Looks like red's got a lot of riflemen produced. We can see my assault's trying to make a move, but red's got way too many units for me to make the move onto the container, which tells me that red is either overcommitted on the early game container or has significantly better upgrades than me. So I'm just going to go straight for the HQ3 build and just start to produce some units. I get a cyclone out so I can get a scout on red. Let's see what red's up to. And it looks like red is HQ3 as well. They have triple factory production, and we can see the barracks are both upgraded to level 2. So this tells me that red is significantly better upgraded than I am, and they have a much better economy advantage over me. So I think in this case I'm going to go for an HQ3 army build, because it looks like red's also going for the HQ3 army build. We can see some jaguars, grenadiers, porcupines, and armadillos coming out already for the red player. So I'm going to lose that cyclone, but I've got enough information from the scout. My army composition is going to be fire assaults, Zeus tanks, hammer tanks, and some cyclones as needed. Here comes the first assault from the red player. Red pushing multiple assaults, actually. Look at this. So I was focused in on this attack from the main entrance. We can see that these riflemen and coyote are coming in from the side now. So two sides here that I'm being attacked from, and here comes the third side. This third side actually surprised me in the game. We can see there's a jaguar and some grenadiers and porcupine. So it looks like red has done a really good job attacking me from 3 different fronts. So I have to respond quickly here to try and gather my defense together. So I've got a few Zeus tanks that have been made already, and those Zeus tanks are going to be super helpful for the defense. I've lost the barracks there. So we can see red's trying to close on me with a few more units from the side there, but my Zeus tanks are shredding the attack from the right hand side of my base. So once I've cleaned that up, I'm going to be able to move my Zeus tanks back in. Red is trying to exert pressure on me from the side, but again, I've got enough ground troops here to push onto the red player. Red is going to need to retreat. Red does not have enough firepower at this time to press an assault further. So I'm going to take this pause right now just to kind of rebuild my ground army. I'm going to get some more vehicles out and some more infantry out, going for the triple fire assault build. So I'm setting another cyclone. This time it's going to go to the top of the map. We can see some infantry at the top, and this is just as an early warning scout. But I'm going to try to press an assault onto red. Here we go now. We can see that red's got a large contingent in the center of the map here. And I'm guessing that this is the large majority of red's army, so I'm going to go for the direct engagement. And here we go. I've got a gold vehicle attack boost going. With the Zeus tanks combined, the Zeus tanks are extremely strong. The fire assaults are tanking damage from the vehicles while the Zeus dish out the damage. And we can see my Zeus tanks are doing a really good job just punching through red's defensive line. Red's going to have to retreat. They're only left with 3 armadillos at this time. I've got a Typhoon in the mix as well, just in case for some anti-air. And I've got a Torrent as well for some long-range support. Meanwhile, red coming back in, trying to press another assault onto my base here. We see some porcupines, a jaguar, and some infantry. I was anticipating this attack, so still producing units at the time. And thankfully, my units at the base that are still in production, I'm going to be able to use them for defense. So Zeus tank just finished production. Nice. This is going to allow me to defend the middle of my base. Red's trying to move their troops into the interior of my base, but that is not going to work out for the red player. Red's now just down to a couple porcupines, and those porcupines are going to get cleaned up. So now I'm going to go on the offensive. We got a Torrent sent up, and we're going to go ahead and take down this special vehicle factory here. And my Zeus tanks are going to exert pressure now on the red player. Red's got a pretty big army here, though. That's a ton of grenadiers and jaguar tanks in the mix there. But my Zeus tanks are able to tank a lot of damage. They are maxed out for my rank. I've got a few fire assaults as well, and those fire assaults are going to be able to dish out really good damage against the grenadiers. And with that, I've been able to take out most of the troops for red. Red is still continuing to mass produce troops here, but I've got the combat initiative, so I'm going to start to press my assault slowly but surely onto the red player's base. And now here we go, we have started to enter the red player's base. Red is now trying to mass produce units as fast as possible. And we can see that there's actually double assault vehicle factories producing Jaguar tanks, which tells us that red is already HQ 4, so red does have the headquarters advantage. My Zeus tanks are slowly getting taken out here by the grenadiers and the Jaguar tanks, but luckily for me, I've still got mass production going on my side of the map. And in this case, I have combat initiative, so red is going to need to replace their troops. I'm going to need to move pretty quickly onto red, though. I cannot let red produce too many Jaguar tanks or I'm going to be finished. So, launching another assault here. Here we go. I've got the Torrent for that long-range support, and here comes my vehicles mixed in with the fire assaults. So we can see that there's Jaguar tanks and grenadiers trying to defend the front entrance of the base. The Torrent's doing some really nice splash damage against those infantry and the Jaguar tanks. We can see that red is triple level 3 assault vehicle factories. There is a ton of Jaguar tanks coming out for the red player, or at least red is attempting to. But we're taking out some troops here in the front. This is allowing us to slowly move in on the red player. We can see those fire assaults again doing a great job just absorbing damage from the Jaguar tanks. Again, upgraded fire assaults do so well against Jaguar tanks. And we can see that red is desperately trying to produce more units, but they are running out of options. We can see that lightning bolt symbol. Red is low power, and we're making our moves onto the rest of the base here. And at this point, red is still trying to produce some structures to defend, but it's pretty much good game at this point. Red has no troops to defend with, and I'm just continuing to press my assault. And at this point, red decides that it is just about good game, and red is going to self-destruct. Alright, hope you all enjoyed this battle. We will see you in the next one.